leader consciousness. What do you mean by the word leader consciousness? Most of us achieve the status of leader, but not the state. State is totally different from status. Status comes from society. When you are leading a group of people, if you are forced to take the responsibility of some department, or if you take the responsibility out of your greed, status comes, but the state is totally different. When I say the word state, I mean your inner space or your being should be matured enough to handle what you are entering in, or the responsibility which you are assuming. When we just get the status without achieving the state, all the problems, whatever exists in the corporate world, in the personal level, stress, tension, and in the level of the team, backfighting, politics, the whole thing starts happening when we don't achieve the state, just achieve the status. Here, I am trying to express few truths from the great traditions of the East, how to achieve the leader consciousness, how to achieve the state of leader, not just the status. Status is very easy. State is something what? Something which we really need to achieve. A man who has achieved the state of a leader, the status will simply follow him. Even if the status takes its own time, he will not be bothered. He will live like a king. His very life will be totally fulfilled. And the feeling of the fulfillment, which is invaluable, happens to beings who achieve the leader consciousness. What do I mean by the word state of the leader? Man who is ready to take responsibility consciously, who is ready to handle the life consciously, who is not constantly dependent on the past or in his memory or his memory. If you are dependent on your memory, if you are dependent on the past to take decisions, please be very clear, you will be a follower. That's all. You will not be leader. Responding spontaneously to the situations is what I call responsibility. Person who is able to respond spontaneously to the situations. Person who is fresh, who continuously keeps himself alive, who is not caught in the past, who has not lost himself in the past. Let me try to give you a small diagram how the mind works, how the state of the leader is achieved, or the leader consciousness happens to us. I'll try to present how the mind works, how we usually receive data, process it, and make decisions. First, for example, you are seeing something through your eye. You receive information through 5 senses, not only through the eye, through ears, through smell, through touch, through taste. You receive information. I am taking the example of eye. First, you see something. Well, let's take the example of this moment. You are seeing me. You are seeing me. Immediately the file goes to a space called Chakshu. It's just like a DSP, digital signal processor. Whatever you are seeing through the eye, it is converted as biosignal. Just like a digital signal, whatever you are seeing through the eyes is converted into a signal. And that file moves to a space called chitta. In Sanskrit we call it as chitta. It's just like memory. The process of identification starts. For example, if you are seeing me, seeing this scene, the whole file goes to DSP, Chakshu. The DSP, the whole file is converted into a biosignal file. It moves to chitta, memory. In memory, your memory starts analyzing. This is not this, this is not this, this is not this. The elimination process happens in memory. First your chitta says, your memory says, this is not a stone, this is not a tree, this is not an animal. The process of elimination happens in memory. Next, this is it. The identification happens in mind, manas. In mind, you start identifying. This is a human being. He is here to give a lecture. He is a yoga teacher. You start identifying. Then the file moves to the space what I call ego. The decision making. In ego, you start thinking, what way I am connected to this person or this situation. If your past experiences with other yoga teachers, if it is nice, beautiful, you decide to sit and listen. If your past experiences are not good, if you felt, oh, this is not worth, I felt very bored that time, last time I came and attended, but I didn't feel any benefit. If you feel negative, you decide, let's move. This is not the space, this is not the place for me to sit. Ego decides based on your past experiences. This is the way your mind functions. First, I receives the data, it goes to DSP, where the whole file is converted into biosignal. The signal goes to memory. In memory, this is not, the elimination process starts. Then the whole file goes to mind. Identification happens. After that, what I have to do, what way I am supposed to respond, happens in the ego level. Then you make the decision, your body executes the decision. This is the way decisions are made. Now, important thing which we need to understand, at some level, the decision is taken unconsciously. If the process happens like this in a straightforward way, you will not have any problem. Things will go really smooth in your life. Everything will be clear, straight. But always this process doesn't happen in this straightforward way. Sometimes things starts happening in an unconscious way. For example, if you are hurt or disturbed by somebody who was wearing blue dress, blue color cloth, the moment you see me, unconsciously that memory will be awakened. You can see in your life. If you are hurt or disturbed in a particular place, or a person who is wearing particular colored dress, next time when you come to that place, even if that person is not there, or next time when you see a person who is wearing that same color cloth, even if you know logically or consciously, this person or this place is nothing to do with my past experience, you will undergo the same old low mood. You will have that same memory again in your mind. You will again have the same experience. This is what I call samskara, means engraved memory. Here, in this space, we have all these engraved memories, samskaras. These engraved memories distort or disturb your decision-making capacity. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss.
Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 09742203311. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.